above because now we're the minority. And I say we as if it wasn't Valenzuela. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there's a lot of white people that are gone, man. They're all gone. You know, like less than a billion of them left. You know,
Yeah.
and there's so many
Sold
other
out.
races there. You know, like so I don't understand what the fight is when it comes to like Whitey and shit. You know,
I know.
Whitey's just a minority.
Mm.
Yeah. There's more
They want us
millions
all
of
to be a
us.
minority. They want to kill off and fucking how many of us?
Who cares? I'm a black fish dude who's autistic. He's fuck. What the fuck you
Mm.
What when you look at that Brave New World, you know the epsilons in the Brave New World. First it was
Yeah.
Otis Huxley. He came out with that where first it was a book, and then there was a video they came out with. It was like a movie. It was
Yeah.
painful long. It's like 3.5 hours long. You know that one video, the Otis
Mhm.
Huxley one. It's really cool. The epsilons in there, if you look at it, those are the autistic people nowadays. You know, they don't have no
Mhm.
emotions, no nothing. They just have a
I
cause.
got a lot of emotions for an autistic kid. That movie stereotypes us. That stereotypes us. We have emotions. We know how to feel. It's just we don't really want to express it because we don't want to be
But
seen
what
as
it's saying is, it's what it's saying though is they want to breed the emotions out of us because there's another movie that came out. I forget the equals where that's what's happened. They genetically engineered humans to have no emotions, but eventually on down the line it starts coming back naturally.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, they want you to be robots. Us autistic people, we are not robots.
No.
Not a lot, not all of us. I'm more of this
So
this exception
do
to
you
the
do you? So you're saying that you're autistic? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
he's
Will you?
autistic.
damn straight.
Uh, there was a little blur. Do you identify like with yourself as a predisposed?
Disposed, but it has
No, I
become
mean like
territory. But
well, I mean
I've been trying to rise above
no,
this shit for years now.
no. What I meant by predisposed was like the label you classified yourself as when it came to autism, and I was just asking about that. Do you predispose yourself? Do you consider yourself autistic?
That's a good question. Well, yeah, I kind of do, but then again, I've been trying to rise above this shit for years on my own. I wanted to do that on my own. I didn't want people not stereotyping you. Everybody gets stereotyped. The whole
Yeah.
point is I don't want niggas rising to saying that, oh, he needs help, he needs this, he needs that. This is all
Right.
the more reason, all the more reason I joined this activist group. Because I'm getting sick and tired of people giving us fake love to pretend that they care about autistic people when they fucking don't.
Mm.
This motivated me more and more to want to be independent and self-sufficient. This in spite of being autistic. So this was more motivation for me.
Yeah.
How would you define autism nowadays? Like as far as the the people that are out there today that exist, do you think that there's a large amount of us that are out there that are autistic that just are functional?
There's a lot, but then again, that's a tortured few. This is sounding more and more like an interview, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I've worked with developmentally disabled people and autistic people since 89, 1989. So I have a really profound grip on that whole dichotomy of the persona. And as far as autism goes, not in that field that you're not there's no way that you could even go in front of a camera here, present yourself in any shape, fashion, or form if you're autistic. It's almost seems to me as though they've prescribed autism as some type of superhuman power that people have, when it's not. The major problem that I have to deal with when it comes to autism is stopping, from shitting all over the house. So just to get them to learn to use the toilet and stop playing with their own shit is the major problem. And that's autism.
That's a lower form.
But they want
that's one of those
TV
those are lower functioning types. You have to deal with that. That's one of your experiences. I understand that.
No, I'm just saying, I deal with a lot of aggressive schizophrenics, all the whole clientele when it comes to any type of mental disorders and stuff like that. And the autism spectrum disorder, the weirdest thing for me is always when it gets into that Asperger's syndrome. Because for that, you only find people and families that, make over $250,000 a year. Asperger. Everybody else has
I have ADHD, bro. They want to prescribe medication for that. With me, after getting off that ADHD medication, I wound up becoming more proud of my ADHD. It makes me want. When you have it, you want to become a lot of things. You want to become a storyteller. I wrote a lot of stories back in my day. And it makes me also want to become a rapper, and I'll be a whack rapper at that. I've grown quite proud of this.
It's interesting to me the scope of which human persona has been pushed, and who can identify with what. As far as self-identifying, I kind of be able to look at society nowadays and label your own self as somebody. I myself, I don't like labels. I stay away from them. I don't like being labeled by anybody or anything. No, I like being myself, as much as I can, and what I find in a lot of times is when it comes to Asperger's and autism, there's a lot of parents out there that just have kids that are fucking, they're assholes. They have little bastards. They have kids out there that just act like children, but they want to label them with something because they know how to deal with their own kids. So nowadays we have all, these different types of, what is?
I see you now.
I see you now. You see me?
Yes.
No.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. I'm not really
Yeah, go ahead, Ken.
No, I'm sorry. I was digging the mask. I saw you guys now. I didn't see you guys before.
It's all right. It's all good, man.
I'll come back, Kitty.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He just had a lot. He just had certain experience with the lower form, autism people.
He must
I'm one of the
have pushed the
higher
wrong button.
form ones. I don't really act much of an asshole. In spite of him.
Listening to music. Not on YouTube.
Hang on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come back, Kenny.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's just for the fact that I don't really act much like a children. I don't really act much like an asshole, but I do kind of have this little thing where I talk about what's going on in the world while I'm walking to a certain store, or when I get some time away from my parents, get out of the car, I wind up talking about the New World Order. I talk about this shit everywhere I go, man. I talk about this when I'm in the car, when I'm out walking, when I'm out going to the store for something. This is all I fucking talk about these days. Either that or Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah.
Or anarchist thought. This is all I fucking talk about, dude. We have something that dominates our minds and we stick to that. I may not have a career aspiration, but my main career, quote unquote, aspiration is to make a better society for all people where they can be free.
Yeah.
That's all I want. It's for people to be
That's
free. That's it.
what we all want. Yeah.
We can't be free.
Delete.
In it. Delete! What's up? What's up, man? What's up, my nigga? Come on in. No excuses, bro.
What?
Well, maybe Delete's not the excuse kind of guy.
He's been on vacation. So. What are you doing, child? Kitty, if you're able to, come back if you can there. I think he was in his car, actually. Coming home, going home or something. So.
Yeah. And he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Can you guys
Awesome.
see me? Am I back?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you're
kind of
back.
went out and blacked out for a second, but then you came back, which is good.
I'm in my car on my phone, and I don't know what happened.
Probably
Okay.
pushed the wrong button.
I'm just one of these
Finger up here.
cats who wanted to wake up to reality and want my parents to wake up to reality, and it's not really working out as much. I mean, I just want my parents to wake up to reality of the new world order of vaccines. This is exactly what turned me into this in the first place, vaccines. If I had the chance to talk to them about vaccines, I would. But my parents are liberal people. They believe modern medicine is what's saving mankind, and it's not. It's not. All is different. They don't want to face themselves. I would rather face myself. I would rather face my own problems, bro. I mean, I got problems. Everybody's got problems. I got a hell of a lot of them, but I'd rather face them on my own than rely on some damn pill.
Yep.
It sounds like there's like a dog being raped in the background. I'm just curious. Like, I don't know where that's coming from.
It's his fan on his computer.
I'm just saying that I hear this in the
Gay
background.
fan.
What is actually going on in the background?
Hi, can you hear me?
What happened?
Can you hear me? No?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear your British voice.
Okay, fine. Okay, my phone's using an iPad. Just wondered if I'm coming through, alright? How are you guys?
Hold on a second. I gotta take this bracelet off. I love being seen with 2 watches because I'm good like that.
So is that it? Hi. Gone quiet. What were you talking about?
Yeah, I just like being seen with 2 watches. Guys, be careful, but I gotta take off the bracelet. And some of my friends have chicken in the background, so there we go.
Oh, you got playing.
Everybody's going quiet all of a sudden. Why the quietness? Why? There we go. Much better this way, ain't it, Foxy?
Technology can't sign in on my
I'm a
phone.
beast, bro.
Yeah,
You better watch out because I'm a beast. I'm rolling 2 watches.
You're watching twice. You got 2 watches.
Yeah. I might need to get a working one soon, and I might need to next Christmas or when my birthday starts coming around, I might need to get a new working watch like this one, and I might probably have to get an extension, get another necklace like that so to extend chain.
Oh,
I didn't know how to. I didn't know he can extend the chain
oh,
like that.
well,
That's why a lot of these rappers' chains be long. Extensions.
I always find it funny. It's like wearing chains and stuff, and then they show pictures of like slaves back in the day wearing chains. It's like that all worked out, but it's like
They
full circle.
wear a whole bunch of shit back in the day,
You know?
back in the 2000s, man. The 90s were a great year for rap, but so were the 2000s, not just in lyricism, but in fashion sense. It was a great year, actually early 2000 to 2006, but by the time 2007 started rolling around,
There's really good documentary on TV, and I know television's always, like it's controlled and shit, but like the underground history of rap, it's like a 4 or 5-part series, and they go all the way back from like the 70s. They were mentioning stuff that I didn't even know about. I was like, what the hell? But it was pretty cool, as far as like that documentary style kind of stuff goes.
that's why I like to mimic the 2000s rap. Because this is exactly what I grew up with.
Was gangster rap? Like, I mean, do you think that was a motivation by people? Stuff?
Gangster rap. They always like to blame gangster rap. Gangster rap made me do it. No, it was humans.
Yeah.
Not being able to control themselves. So they go around killing each other. Don't blame it's something humans create for what humans do. But that's been my main problem with humans.
Oh yeah. Humans are extremely tribal.
They're children.
No, but as far as them, do you think the music was designed along the way that they pumped the drugs? Like
Yeah.
the Chinese Opium Prohibition Act, 1887. Marijuana Prohibition Act.
Nah, man. I don't know why they like to brag about doing drugs and shit. Oh, it's a badge of honor.
Hey, what's that background noise? You hear that?
That's his fan on the computer.
Music and gay fans.
Link to join is below, y'all. He's
The links joining in?
I said the link to join is below the YouTube.
By the way, as for the rap scene in the 2000s, I think the early 2000s, 2000 to 2004, that was the best rap scene ever. Best ever, no doubt. The 90s were great, but the 2000s was when it reached its peak. But after in late mid 2000s, 2005 to 06, it was great then, but as soon as 2007 came, it went downhill. Totally downhill after that. After 2005, 05 was a start actually. And after 07, no, that Crank That Soldier Boy was no. That's when rap started to suck.
Yeah.
But this was around when I was on Sonic Renegade's account. I was posting. I was talking about Sonic on a Soldier Boy video. Everywhere I go.
Mm. Well, you know, like he was saying about
Sonic
music.
is #1. I was an idiot when I was 14. Dude.
About music, how they do the music and put out those messages through the music.
Oh yeah.
You know, they've done that all throughout
I got
history.
signed to a record deal, bro.
Hello.
Look at me, look at me. I got these big chains and shit. I'm on TV. Hey, mama, look at me. Well, what's the point? You got all these big chains. Don't need to show it.
It's a
People are gonna
status.
look at you like you rented the shit.
Mm.
Hey, you ever notice like with certain bands, like say Rage Against the Machine and Zach De La Roca?
Yeah.
Solo, you know, he never, you know, broke from the norm. He always kept, you know, his vibe the same. I mean, he went a little Jamaican there for a while and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which he was pretty good on the guitar. I mean, I've seen cuts, you know, but you know, it is strange how it seems to be contrived in certain topics in certain bands that do seem to be controlled in a certain way, but who knows? You know, if you get into that Laurel Canyon stuff, like talking about like Jim Morrison's dad, you know, being the admiral of the Gulf of Tonkin, you know, stuff, it's all true. It's all real stuff. You know, Frank Zappa, his dad, head of fucking, you know, the Army's psychological department, you know, the Mamas and the Papas. You can go through the whole Laurel Canyon stuff and see this whole giant divisive nature in you know, the social paradigming. The control mechanism pushes it in a certain direction. So it's there, you know, I'm just curious, like what everybody else thought as far as like that, you know, the rap music and stuff like that. If it was part of what, you know, some of this controlled paradigm, which for myself, I see it being a big part of it because, you know, we're some things. And if you can get a certain chant into somebody's head, all of a sudden they'll start living stuff out, you know, so.
Yes, like getting people to chant things, they don't even know what it means, too.
Yeah.
You know, you see that'll happen a lot.
Yeah. Or white guys like throwing up gang signs. They don't even know what they're doing with their fingers, you know, but they're actually throwing up a gang sign that if they did that in the wrong place could kill them. you know what I mean? And they just think like, whoop whoop, we're just being cool. You know, it's all and shit. You know, it's not like that. There's certain parts of the country you can die just
That's how they say it.
It's in our music.
Cool, nigga, they gangster like, yeah, nigga, I'm throwing up this sign, motherfucker. You just look at me, I'm cool.
It's in our music, you know.
That they the wrong type of attention.
They use the music to do that. Yeah, exactly. Like what was it? To get people to be violent too. So like heavy metal, you know, there's certain songs that do that to spark your emotions and get you to react the way they want you to react.
Yeah. I will admit, Tekanina's music does that too. He's not even on a mainstream label. He's got his own shit going. Strange music.
Yeah, Mortal Techniques. He's really cool as far as like some of the stuff that he put out in the early days, as far as slinging at the back of his truck and stuff like that. You know, I think that's going to come a full tilt. You know, when it comes to, you know, instead of like selling CDs and stuff, you'll be like, you know, giving copies of your, you know, digital stuff. You know, and eventually you can get a thumb drive that's got, you know, enough space to put like 9 songs or 10 songs on. You know, you can get it for like 40 cents and sling it for $1 and still make cash off it, you know. So that whole stuff's coming back around again, I believe, because the music era, I think it's pretty much dead. It's been capitalized, and that's the resolve of capitalism is a dead corpse and no more money left. You know,
Yes.
because everything's a parody now. It's all a parody.
Yep.
Capitalism, communism, socialism, Nazism, fascism, Zionism, they're all the same.
But look what they're doing. I went over this on the show this morning about they're building Gotham in Abu Dhabi, a theme park in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, God damn it. No wonder the immigrants are going to come here and destroy us.
Now, can
Thanks
I
to Warner
be
Brothers.
over there? Like, is there any way I can sign up to a program and just like be deported over there? You know what I mean? Like, no.
I don't know. Trump would find a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show up over there, and all I gotta do is like show a little cross and stuff, and all of a sudden, boom! They're like, oh yeah, this is great. I could flip the police off here in the United States. They just like flip you back off. It's funny, you know. But as far as like out there, there's certain things you can't do, or you'll be dead. You know.
Yeah. That's
Like,
right.
you know, tolerance is the key, right?
Yeah, I'm just making fun of these dudes. these dudes that think they can rap and they can't.
Mhm.
Yeah, hell, I can't even rap.
You can try. Do your
I
best.
tried. I tried so hard.
It says there's one watching, but there's two talking in the YouTube chat, and all four of us.
Makes no sense.
What?
I said it makes no sense.
I know.
Well, it's YouTube nowadays. It's amazing the amount of control that they've been able to have over the mechanisms. They put all the legislation in the last like presidency and stuff. Their ability to like regulate the internet and that kind of stuff, and we're just seeing that kind of all come down. You know, it's nothing big. It's not.
I don't want regulation.
It'll be pay-per-view websites now. So.
What?
Yeah, you get so many a month, and then that's what I've heard. Anyway, you get so many a month, and certain websites you have to pay extra. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, they're pretty much slaves. Yeah, let them pay. We're all gonna die anyway. Let them pay. They're paying they're paying the way to their own death.
Mm.
They say that they don't want to die, but they actually do. Because they're human. They're sheep.
No, it's not that they want to die, it's they don't know no better.
Or they want to have their cake and eat it too. If you want to get realistic. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And Grim shows up.
Hello.
Becky, you look sad.
What?
You look sad now that he showed up.
It's hot.
Oh. So it's hot down there where you're at?
It's been hot here today.
That's not hot out here. It's been raining all week.
Same here. Is anybody out there?
Damn, I'm getting tired of this motherfucker.
God.
Wanted to show you this.
Maybe. Is Kenny even still there?
They're trying their hardest out there to save save Dakota. They're trying their hardest out there to fight for their water.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier.
What again?
So, yeah, I saw that earlier. That picture.
Hardest to get to stop this. Duffel, however, these pro-Trump supporters, they think, oh, the Dakota pipeline access is good. It means more money for the worker. Who gives a fuck? It's somebody's water. You're gonna poison somebody's water so you can get better jobs?
Is Foxy still having mic trouble? I don't know. I think he did. Debbie. He just like, it just went. Weird. Anyway. Okay. I don't know what happened with Kenny. It's weird. Seems everybody's buffering out and stuff. And there's two Jalils.
Yeah, me too. This fucking wrong with the internet connection out here.
You what?
The internet connection in this house.
You lost connection?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, peace. Water's life. No, seriously, water is life.
Yeah, it is.
I'm watching the video.
Well, Kenny, if you can make it back, everybody.
The Black Flag Coalition's joined in.
Huh?
The Black Flag Coalition.
Oh.
The niggas working the black and red. You know, I wreck the black and red.
I'm just me. I don't, pick a color there.
So me.
Huh?
Water's life.
Does it work
It's
now?
working. It's working now. Everybody's been having trouble. That's the second time Kenny's went out.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm chanting this shit, man.
He was in mid-sentence. And,
Protest. I wish I was there, man. Why can't I go? Why am I too pussy to protest? I don't know why.
Hey, Kenny. Kenny.
Stop me.
Kenny. Hello.
Tickle, tickle.
He's in his car, so
Oh,
They're
shit.
protesting.
yeah. Probably the signal went out.
Going under the spaghetti junction.
Probably. Sorry, kitty.
Let's get together. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't remember the other.
Mm.
Man.
Man, you need to get that fixed.
What the fuck is going on here? Am I supposed to know what's going on already?
It's his fan.
that
Fan.
that mask?
No, the fan going.
Oh,
The fan's gay. It's homosexual.
that's crazy. It sounds like something giggling, like a little like like a keychain or something button. It's like
It does.
yeah. Like a little troll or something.
It sounds
Yeah.
retarded.
Little troll
It does.
keychain.
That's because
Yeah.
it's gay. It's homo. It wants male penis in its ass.
Where are we going with this?
Hey,
So what were we supposed to talk about again?
we started talking about autism and stuff like that, and it's just general, just the history, how they've lied to everybody
Alrighty then.
about everything.
Played Jalil's International Network. This used to be my old account. This used to be thermonuclear 2015. Around like July something. I made this account around July 2015. I'm re-rolling it right now. If the Don Crane account does not work, if this Don Crane account fails me, then I'm gonna have to re-roll my older account. Because I'm not making a new one.
I hear you.
Yep.
Seems like they make you new up an old one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to change your passcode for your safety.
Right. Yeah.
So plug in this other one so we can pick your brain at what your next secret passcode is.
Yes.
It's like, get out of here. Girl, cut that shit out.
Yep. Twitter's really bad for that.
You need to make me change what I already, you know what I mean? That's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Collecting
Google's homo.
data? What? You
I know.
Google's pretty damn homo when it comes to this shit. Same thing with Twitter. I can't believe they locked me out of my account. Twitter gonna get theirs.
What's that thing? The new discussions on
Twitter
basic
don't
income.
like me.
What's that?
Twitter don't play that.
Twitter don't like me. Why? I don't understand, man.
Oh God, man.
Twitter makes me sad.
That's right. Oh my God.
Starting to think that noise starts to make a point.
Right? If you're that thing, I don't know if you can't hear it, Jaluz, like we can, man.
Yeah, he can. I think he
That
can hear
shit
it.
up. Hell yeah. Good shit.
Yeah. She
Oh,
talking about that.
about New World Order war games.
And
Oh yeah, that's what it was supposed to be.
history of how they've lied to everybody and all.
Oh yeah.
Debbie said something about the new discussions on basic income program.
Yeah, I think they want you talking about war right now and get everybody in the rationalization of the inevitability of a war, and I'm not paying attention. I'm trying not to.
I don't either. It's
Do
just the
it.
title.
Just like
It's
they
just
always do me.
Yeah.
No.
like
They want you to think. No.
Because
War
it's
is
You guys
good.
know what I think about the whole thing, so all the
Yes.
countries are on the same.
Right? Because war is good.
Yes.
Don't
That's why
listen to
it's called.
those
Yeah, all the
people.
yeah, it's not a
That's
real
what these
war
people
anyway,
are gonna
dude.
say.
Right.
They're
It's
all
just that's why.
Freemasons, and they all run the shit, you know, and it's all a fake war
Yeah, that's
using
why I
real
said
people
war
to kill each other,
games. So
but for
yeah.
false rationalizations and shit.
Yep.
Fucking
Exactly.
oil's abiotic. They're not fighting over that. Religions are fake, so
No.
they ain't fighting over that. And they all
Right.
fucking know all that shit.
No. Push war is in their
Then they got
minds.
us.
War is good. You gotta rationalize it. No. People can't get along. If getting along will go against our agenda. So
Well, it's not
So
about
they
getting
wouldn't have
along. It's about succumbing to a one world governance that needs to. It's about two. It's a Hegel's dialectic. It's a two superpowers or three superpowers gonna destroy the whole entire world, or one oversight government will
Right.
maintain the peace for everyone. And then we're not. That's bullshit.
and the people only
And
last
who's
for 3 to 4
oversighting that?
years, man.
And that's
Right.
the problem.
And after that, the new world order is gonna be in.
And the whole thing is, they're all faking the bullshit anyway, faking the play. Every one of them knows that the fucking oil's abiotic. They know that the vaccine schedule is dumbing down the people. They know that the fucking religions are fake. They all know that shit, man, and they're all fucking pumping this, this rationalist, team-minded, team spirit up your ass, and everybody's picking sides and doing all this dumb shit.
Team spirit. This is why I say fuck teams. I don't want to go in your team. Your team sucks. Their team sucks just as bad. I'd rather be. That's why I'm a loner. I'd rather be right here on my own. I'm on my own limit. Right here, alone.
Hello.
I hear you.
Yes, me too.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I'm pretty much a Judas in most people's sheep minds. In many ways, man.
But
Yeah.
fucking YouTube rebooted my phone. They've done everything. I'm so tired of it.
Pain in the neck.
I'm here.
Yes.
It's good to hear my friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Graham, I haven't talked to you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it is.
See you, my nigga.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, cutie, I can hear you.
Hey, Debbie.
Yeah,
With that nice wig on, I can hear you.
Oh my God.
I was thinking, you guys want to talk about this new, it's being discussed in a lot of circles now. This program based on the concept of basic income programs. What you think about it?
Basic income programs, like
Wait,
what?
wait. Basic income. They know shit. What do they know about basic income? Let's see. Let's find out.
I mean, like, everybody makes a basic income, no matter what. Is that a socialism idea we're talking about?
No, that's what I'm trying to, okay, there's many different flavors of it, but the flavor
Of socialism?
No, the
Like
flavor.
chocolate socialism, strawberry socialism.
You want to hear about this? The flavor that's most interesting is replace the entire debt-based money system with a new construct of how much money to put into circulation and how it's created and the way that it would be created.
Oh, communism.
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
The way that it would be created would be based on expected needs for exchange. That's the basic original definition of what money was supposed to be for. You know, how much across the population based on how much activity you anticipate people will want to exchange goods and services and come up with that amount to put into circulation. But how do you, the key is, how do you distribute the initial money supply? And that concept would be, you take that amount and you divide it equally amongst the people and you simply give it to them. And then, of course, the money, giving it to them doesn't do anything, it doesn't change anything until they go to spend it. But now, when they go to spend it, it motivates free market forces, okay, to motivate people who want to get more than just their split to be productive.
Wow, that's fucking imperialism at its best. That's
No,
disgusting.
not really.
Oh man, that's disgusting. You got to open it back up to where it's, to me, my opinion, yeah, it is. It's a control vice. That's even worse than where we started. Open it back up to where we just backed our own money with something instead of being a complete
But it
fiat
is that.
currency.
It's backed
And-
by the productivity of the people.
Yeah, but no, that's called slavery, though. That's like backed by your labor. We already have it
But it's
been
not
around to
owned by
that
a handful of.
through
But it's not
through other
owned by-
methods because we would think it was repulsive to have it at that method. That's the whole point. Not everybody is. Some people are handicapped. How do they make money then? They can't hustle.
But that's the whole point. They're provided with a basic income.
Yeah, well, whip-de-boo, you know, maybe basic income's not for them, though. Maybe they got a basic habit of wanting to have more for their life than basic.
Most
Yeah,
And
people
they
are
can't because there's no other option for them to do something, so they need to, you know.
Okay, how is it worse than money created out of debt? Money only goes in circulation. if
I'm not.
somebody has a loan.
That's not my other option, though. Remember, I just finished saying, back our money with something solid. Not this current system. I don't agree. I'm not saying. I'm not arguing for this system. Don't think that. I'm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm not arguing for fiat currency. We have systems set up on right now. Let's try to wake people up to the fact that we got systems set up on slavery. It's literally set up on slavery for.
Yep.
Well, the problem with a lot of the resource-based economies is whatever resource you pick, first of all, getting an honest reporting of how much there really is of that resource. Otherwise, you can't accurately know how much money you can print, okay? But the other thing is that it's not, if the original purpose of money was to facilitate exchange, okay, to make it easier to exchange what you can do with what others can do, then it should be based on anticipated desire on the part of the community for exchange. And to me, this method does, if properly implemented, and that's the key to all these systems, it has to be properly implemented, obviously, but it does set up the ability how much exchange people really want to engage in.
Well, I don't see there anything wrong with gold and silver. Gold being a standard, you know. Back your money with gold, back it with silver, that kind of stuff. Then you don't have that problem with this interchanging. Well, in China, there's a lot more people to work on computer chips. So Mr. Computer Chip thinks his time's worth money over here in the U.S., but his time's not worth shit over there. So this exchange rates are crazy because there's not a solid, you know, what's my plumbing skills worth across all these international date lines, you know, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And
With that, we'll say
yeah,
Mhm.
and so we have gold, and that works, and so we can just use that instead of being fake and saying, well, you know, or whatever we're doing here with the pretending to have it backed by shit that it isn't backed by, having more money and out there, you know, like with no caps on shit, and you know, so there's a little give and take through all those methods. Like if you want to really do something like that, then you would curve this system here where people who have companies that are like, you know 10,000 employees and shit, we'll put caps on that. We don't, you break that shit up. So that way, you know, then it might be slightly communistic, but it's not full communism and it's not full capitalism, but it's a little bit of a cut in the both.
Well, part of these
A
systems,
cap on capitalism.
part of these systems
Yeah.
require strict anti-monopoly, anti-collusion laws. So that would be
Yeah.
part of a system like this, because otherwise you don't have a truly free market.
Right. That's where I'm
One
working.
point. Question: do they kill people with this system?
No, it's never been done on a large scale, ever.
Because if it is done on a large
It's
scale,
fair. It's too
there's
fair.
gonna be some
That's like
bodies.
trying to say, yeah. I'm gonna grub, so I'm gonna go on mute for a little bit.
Okay.
Really? What?
Huh?
What? This
I didn't
is.
say nothing. Hey, make join y'all below. Just throw it out there. So, there's Kenny again.
Hey,
That be.
I heard
Yeah,
him saying he was gonna go grub. I just mowed down like 2 burritos. Beat it.
Oh,
Beat it.
man. Damn.
Let's just. Except I got sour cream all over my goddamn fucking pants.
That sucks.
Yeah, that really does suck. It looks very peculiar.
Oh, yes. I can imagine.
Looks like I was doing something else in my lunch hour than eating. You know, like God damn it, everywhere. I gotta go home. I gotta change. I gotta change clothes. I really do.
Damn.
I just anyway. Hey, you know, it's really peculiar. I have a question for everybody and anybody that's listening.
What?
As far as the vaccines go, you know, like topic that I normally do,
Yeah.
right? Heard Robert Kennedy Jr. and Trump say the same thing. So, has anybody ever heard them say the same thing? He says he's doing one thing for one person, and then the administration denies the whole fact. What's going on? It seems like one of those, like Trump is the best at playing 3-card money when there's only one card.
Mhm.
And you're like, no, it's under that card right there. You're like, no, sorry, not under that card. You're like, what? No, it's under that card. You know? And I haven't heard Robert, Kennedy Jr. and Trump say the same thing on anything. So, I'm just, that's a call to everybody else.
Hey, Kenny. Buddy. What's up, bro?
Hey.
Are you expecting? It's me. Are you expecting? Because I came in from the other room and only hearing part of that. But are you thinking that maybe there's something fishy going on? Like maybe.
Yeah, totally fishy, dude. I mean, like the 3-card money shit. Because Kennedy's saying one thing, but the Trump administration denies everything that Kennedy says.
Isn't that?
So it's just like he's rubbing everybody like, don't worry, all you vaccine people, we're going to get this going. And it's just all bullshit too.
Yeah, that's what that's why I was trying to, I was hoping it wasn't that way, but I wouldn't expect it. I couldn't have expected it to be any other way. I knew in my mind that,
Oh, my bluff on that, dude. She's like,
there's no Trump shit. Trump shit.
Well, I look into it. Team, they're all Jesuits. That's the way I look at it. Like, even if it was to depend on a vaccine issue here or there, it's only to appease for the moment.
Yes.
A part of this, so to reinstill belief into the system, sort of, for people, who would fall for it, because that's why they do that little give and take game.
I've listened very
we have hope. Someone's out there who speaks for us.
Wait, I can't hear you.
I've listened very carefully to how he's worded everything on every series he's been on. And he is, unfortunately, doing things very carefully, not to really get into the core problems with vaccines. And that always has my suspicion up.
Yeah, me too. When they're not forward about their position, hard on it or whatever, and they don't say a lot of details ever, and it's like, we're going to make this a better place.
Hear what they want to hear, giving people that.
And discussing the latest studies that clearly show how, at the very core of vaccination, how it destroys the immune system. Now, why wouldn't he be arguing based on those points? Instead, he's only arguing on adjuvants. And obviously, we know that that's a situation where if you argue it well enough, then if you can get supposedly manufacturers that, okay, we just won't put that in there, then you still have to, you're kind of forced to give up the argument then. So I don't know, it doesn't look good to me.
No, eventually adjuvants are going to be some type of national security mechanism that can't be discussed. You know, the national security reasons, Dad. We just can't talk about it. You know, there's end of discussion. All right, that's where it's going. I mean, as far as all the bills and everything that's up on the table now.
Yes.
I mean, all childhood vaccinations for adults. You know, based on the fact that their herd immunity bullshit's all failing, and people are like showing that, well, you know, your herd immunity is based on the children. There's a lot more, you know, full-grown people than there are children.
Immunity? There's bullshit.
You know, that vaccination
Anything
rate,
that makes
you know,
more immune.
You know, that's all a lie right there. There's that herd immunity. And then when you start to dig into it, what do they say about herd immunity? They say that if enough people get the vaccines, the vaccine, the sloughing off of all the viral components will protect people. You know, so they're showing you that it's contagious. You know, right off the bat. You know, so it's so nefarious. You know, and it's only going to get worse. You know, it's only going to get worse. There's 100 now. It went from 131. I think it's 157 built now. Throw as many darts at the board as they can, hoping, you know, to get a bullseye and just for the rest of them to stick in any fashion they can. You know, so at least half of those are going to stick. You know, in California being the way, you know, already it's against the law. You know, the only way you can get a vaccine exemption out here in California now is if you already have a vaccine damaged child. You know, it's medical, you know, exemptions. That's the only way to prove it nowadays.
That's why they wanted all those numbers in here, all those immigrant numbers in here to vote.
Yes.
So because they know that they're uneducated.
Okay, we know vaccines are dangerous, but hey, do you want to go and catch something?
See what I mean?
If your vaccine history is undetermined, you know, that just shows
you believe you're going to catch stuff from everybody.
Shit, and if I do catch shit, if I die, I die. Simple as that.
I'm like, the way they sell vaccines is some type of medical shield, like a bulletproof.
You got the carefree lifestyle. You in that mask. I'm just playing, buddy. Sorry to interrupt you, bro. I had a mouthful.
Could you imagine, like if we're talking about bulletproof vests, but you know, it was vaccines, because that's the way they do. They say that, you know, if you get a vaccine, you're completely protected from anything. But all of a sudden, some other kid gets shot in the parking lot, you know, and they're like, oh, it's because your kid didn't have a vaccine that kid got killed.
Right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? They're going to be excuses for this shit. Vaccines are good for you. But I know the health effects of vaccines, but you don't want to go and catch no diseases.
Oh, a meteor fell on his head? Probably wasn't vaccinated, and it's, they got this irrational logic about.
There is no logic.
Protect you from everything.
It's fear.
That's fear. One of the reasons why they're really doubling down their efforts against us is because of these really recent studies that have come out that are showing now, they're showing that even vaccines that were first manufactured in the 80s, the older ones,
never worked,
have changed people's DNA already. They've already done it.
Yes.
I mean, this is, they know that kind of information, that's why I think that's why there's a doubling down effort against us all, because if people really understood this level of it, Oh my God, it's just, and then on top of that, to have the unmitigated gall to insist on having no liability. Oh my God, they'd be screaming in the streets.
Yeah, you know, Deb, I did a video probably about 4 years ago, and the majority of the vaccines that are solicited around the whole globe are animal vaccines for the food that most.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I did.
But the animal, you don't want the animals to catch disease, do you? Fucking retarded. I was gonna catch any disease. That was just a bunch of fear mongering. It's just people want to be in fear.
Yeah,
I
Kenny.
agree. No worries. I find it amusing. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
Kenny,
been
you
doing
might want to
this
say again what you were saying.
for
I didn't
8
hear it. Yeah.
What I was saying is about there was a chicken vaccine that they gave the animals about 4 or 5 years ago, that they gave the chickens 2 different chicken vaccines, and the viruses inside those vaccines compounded inside and made a new strain of the virus.
Yeah.
And I did a whole video on it and stuff. So as far as, you know, acting like, you know, the viruses are, you know, de-dendrified in any type of way, and that's not, you know, transmittable. Not only is it transmittable, it's making chimeras of itself.
Yes.
These different types of, you know, illnesses, these different types of allergies, you know, that people are suffering with nowadays. That when you look into it, all it does is make more money for the pharmacratical dictatorship that we live under, you know?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, we just lost him.
But we got that.
Well,
That was a great
Go ahead.
point right before he fell off there.
I was going to say, you know what's funny? I have noticed that some people are finally picking up on this, but not because of what they're seeing with respect to other people, but there is, you probably know, there's been a plethora of cancer in young dogs now. And they're finally linking it back up to the vaccinations.
Yes,
And
that's
it's like, this is
yes.
what it takes for people to figure it out. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
My sister-in-law's
Yeah.
dog, bring it up. It was vaccinated, and it had lumps all over it, and
Exactly.
they had to have it put down.
Yeah.
So this was last year, I think, year before last.
Right.
That's what we just had to go through, remember? Trigger.
Oh, you did.
Uh-uh.
Well, if that's what it takes for people to finally figure it out, for the penny to drop, whatever.
It's like it doesn't, yeah, when it happens to themselves, it's not paid attention to, but when it happens to your dog, oh my God.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Now you can think. Kind of true though. You think about it.
Hey, I'm not sure.
What's a cookie?
But Kenny,
Oh, my phone, it disconnected the call.
Yep.
I just got back.
But we did get your point. Right before it happened, and you made it. You know.
Chicken stuff, right? Good.
Yeah.
I got a video about it, dude. I mean, they gave the chickens 2 different vaccines, and those vaccines combined it in the chicken and made a new virus. And there was a whole thing about it. Oh fuck! You know, but then of
Well, yeah,
course,
it's all these RNA and DNA fragments that they call viruses that can literally inject themselves anywhere along a dividing DNA strand. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
yeah,
And we know
made
that,
all the new DNA base also, and you can read through the literature where they talk about how it will alter permanently your DNA when you get it.
well,
and
yeah,
then
but this is what's amazing is that the MMR was doing it already. Yeah.
When you have kids, that mutated DNA that you've messed yourself up with gets pushed onto them too.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
of course, some type of, there's, nature takes over, and there's a little bit of a, mutation that goes on. So who knows what's
You
going
know
on.
this means
Exactly.
war, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've had war declared on us.
Yeah.
If people would only realize.
My two girls,
Giggle, son of a fucker.
my two girls, they
I'm giggling now.
they're mutated. Their DNA is mutated. They got this disorder, and that could be the cause of it. Or the GMOs, either one or both.
And of course now, what's this latest?
No, just
article?
Fukushima. That's all it is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just focus. You
And
don't
what's
worry about
this
it.
latest
Some
article they
other
have
stuff.
now about growing babies in bags instead
What?
of letting them grow naturally as fetus? Yeah, I mean that's
No, they want to grow them and they just try to sell the idea of growing them in lamb or some shit.
yeah.
Or something.
Well, that's the article, and they're sitting there in the article. They're claiming this
Not
thing is
bad.
so wonderful. And yet we know that through the placenta, this is where a lot of the initial immunity is passed on to the baby. And if you eliminate and artificially, try to develop the fetus outside, you're missing all that immunity transfer.
They don't want us to be immune. They
Well,
want
that's
us
right.
to take their
Apparently they
vaccine.
don't.
They'll handle your immunity for you.
Mhm.
They'll
Yeah.
manage you. They want to micromanage every aspect of your life financially, Financially. and financially.
So eventually, you're going to pee in the toilet, and you're going to get an email about what was in your urine.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Sorry that there weren't. We noticed that you weren't eating enough Wheaties.
Well, that's the
Your
thing.
glyphosate levels were down.
They're going to base it on phony science. They're not going to base it on. They'll say like if it shows that you're actually eating good herbs and things, you're going to be in trouble.
We noticed you've been avoiding your tap water.
Hmm.
How do you know that?
You don't have enough protein in there. Yeah.
Not enough fluoride in there.
Like
They'll be like,
analysis of your urine, Rainbow.
we determined you've been eating people. It's real.
It's
God.
people.
Wait a minute. What is Soylent Green? Bum, bum, bum.
Anything it'll just be like at the end of the month you get this like huge bill, for the
Yeah.
We have to tax your lack of fluoride level.
Itemized.
kinds of things, They're like, I can't believe you actually had a shot of booze. Do you realize you could do it? There'll be all these extra charges on your bill, but you're still covered. Don't worry, we already deducted it.
Well, we saw 16 swear words on here, too, on your bill.
Oh God, no.
They'll be able to tell if you've been ingesting true cannabis
Judge Dredd.
versus GMO cannabis, and you're going to be in trouble if you took the wrong one.
Oh, you didn't smoke? Yeah, the attached RNA to it so that they know.
Exactly.
Really a viral load.
Yeah, they said they were putting markers in all these things. Maybe now we know
Yeah.
why they put markers in them.
We noticed you haven't been in to receive your flu treatments.
Yes, you don't have the marker in your blood.
Oh, cool. Well, I didn't get the flu. Everyone got the flu. You just didn't notice it.
Oh man.
It's funny to call it flu season. I'm like,
You're a
what
baby.
is it? When's the virus like migrate during the year? Like
I
to
know.
different
I always
places?
wondered that shit. What the hell?
No, it's season. I'm like, it's so strange. The flu season's always coupled with those shots that they stick everybody with, and everybody
Well,
gets all
Isn't that
sick.
weird?
They gonna give you the shot and give you the flu.
What
That's the flu.
is the egg and the chicken?
That goes against what everyone knows from their own history anyway, that if they do get sick, they get sick at all different times of the year. They don't just get
Right.
sick during that one time.
Right. It's like a cold. You don't get a cold just in the winter.
It depends on whether you got enough sleep or you're stressed out or whatever.
How dry you get the back of your throat.
Mhm.
Mm.
I like how they pull out. I don't know what kind of crystal ball it is, but the one they use to interdimensionally shift to go. vaccines that would save 6 million kids' lives who would have died from it. How do they know that?
I know.
Well,
Like,
on the flu
how do they
one,
know who
on the
died?
flu one, they were proven out and out wrong on that one. Yeah.
Imagine, like, oh, if you didn't get the vaccine, you would have died. You know, because that's what they're saying. It's just the kids that got the vaccines. They're like, oh, look, we saved lives.
It's like
Well, what's really amazing is the versions of the disease
Good
people
point,
get
Bo.
if they did get vaccinated are so much worse than what they would have gotten if they just got it as a child. It's incredible. Hardly
I like
anybody
that.
ever
I like
died
that one
from
study.
measles. Yeah.
Shit, I stepped all over you. I thought you stepped off.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. Hardly anyone ever died from
Funny.
chickenpox or measles.
No.
Remember they used to have
Unless
measles parties? Yeah.
No, they even, you guys seen that Brady Bunch one?
Yeah. Where they
The
had a
Brady
party?
Bunch?
Yeah.
Yes, they had a measles party, and they had a checklist of all the things. Okay, we've got
Oh, yeah.
whooping cough. Invite more people over. Who do we need? We need some measles. Let's invite measles people over. And it's a
Yeah,
whole
I remember
I
that.
bet
There's
you can't
measles
hardly
party.
find that episode anymore.
checkboard. It's so funny.
Mm-mm.
It's a whole like slumber party of disease. But now it'll kill you.
Yeah, now they'll kill you.
It'll kill you now. Mumps, oh my God, guys can get mumps in their testicles nowadays. Look out.
Oh my God, Ebola's there too.
Oh God, Zika.
And don't forget about
Oh.
your HIV now. You know you
Yeah, I
want
know.
Hey, they got a vaccine for that, don't they?
Hey, I heard
Working on-
measles didn't even exist the other day, so I don't know what's going on
That
anymore.
is funny the way people act about it. You don't know. Remember that one scene from that movie? I forget what it was called, where the woman's saying, "Oh, we got to get our dip tap. We got to get the dip tap shot," because it's like they act like, "Oh, we didn't get it. And my neighbor got it. We didn't get it."
Oh, yeah.
Like they're missing something. Yeah.
Remember when they had to get their Delcon shield and all those women had ovary cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Yaz? Remember Zoloft? All
Yeah.
the
Yes.
jazzy names.
Yes.
That's some funny stuff.
You know, all that stuff protected by lawsuits, so don't even start, okay?
I know.
All those people are protected, okay? You can't say anything. They've already paid their dues, dude.
Let them sue me in court. Then I can have a full disclosure. They'll never sue me.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine you make a drug that kills like tons of people, and you made 10 million off of it? You had to pay $1 million in fines. You're like, what
Yeah,
else should we
not
make?
fine.
I'd have to change my name to Glaxo or Smith or Klein.
Right. Like,
Much. Oh, yeah, yeah. The Gardasil's the best one. As far as Merck's weapons out there, it's like that Ziox or you know, the one that killed all the people that Merck came out with. Same thing going on with vaccines, but the way that the law is set up, that they can't sue, so they can't kill the stuff. Oh, it's only the different countries that are like, okay, we don't want it in our country no more.
yeah,
You know, it's like
You know,
seven
part of
different
the
countries now.
Yeah, part of the key that they get away
That's
with this
criminal,
bullshit
bro.
on is to make sure that in the same country where they massively mandate vaccines in great number is also the same country where they massively give you glyphosate and GMOs and all the rest. So when you go to
Yeah.
court, they can always say, oh, you know, Bayer can always, or not Bayer because now they are Monsanto, but you know, the pharma company can say, no, it's Monsanto. And Monsanto goes, no, it's the big pharma, it's Pfizer that did it to you. Well, they can,
but it's all the same fucking
of
thing.
course it is. They're all run by the same people, you know, but this is a little game they play.
Yep.
Of course, if they keep putting markers in this, we'll be able to prove exactly it was them that did it to us.
Hmm.
Well, your studies will be omitted.
Of course.
You
Remember?
can't logic or reason.
Not admissible in court.
How dare you bring law into a courtroom?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how dare you?
We're going to sue you for studying our chemical.
Yeah, we have a patent on it that you're not even allowed to look at it.
I believe that my body consists of this amount of such and such a chemical. Sorry, it's proprietary. You can't look at it. You're like, what?
Yeah, that's right.
Trespassing.
No, sorry.
They own your DNA, they think.
Look,
Hey, they genetically engineered us all. So with the GMOs and vaccines.
Well, that's just it. If you look at some of the documentation for these new RNA-based vaccines, they're saying, in a way, the way it's worded is so that they will own whatever genetic mutation comes out of it.
yep, meaning your
You, yeah.
Which is your kid.
That's what they're going for the next race. They're or the next generation.
That's why we were supposed to stop this.
That's in there.
Exactly.
Because we didn't want anyone to be able to say that they own us in any court of law. No matter if we just think it's ridiculous right now or not, tomorrow it'll be in a court of law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
today we think, oh, how ridiculous, right? You know, but tomorrow things change.
I think that's a big part of it. They looked at what people were already discovering about what was invalid on corporate names and all that, and they realized they needed another avenue for ownership. And so, because like I said, they've been having DNA changing vaccines now apparently for years, but what's new in this one is the way they worded it and the ownership concept that comes out of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, one of the first ones is on trial. It's being used right now on trial.
Yeah, it's not worded in any other way other than point blank. They own you.
Yes.
That's what they say it too. So it can read it and go, "What the hell?" You know, that dissonance is be there because even the lawyer talk's gone at that point. You know, they're just telling you straight up. You know, this is how it is. You know, like I was saying, they're changing all the vaccines into GMI, genetically modified injections. Medications will have the same umbrella of protection the vaccines have had forever.
What if they're,
you know, it just under a new guise? Oh, yeah, it's just.
What if they're tagging us with a genetic synthetic and analog of a synthetic amino acid, glyphosate, and that's the big secret. And glyphosate is what they're tagging us with, but they're claiming that it's other patented or whatever. But that's what the real.
Well, yeah, it can't be an accident.
So it's like we're looking for something to happen to us in the future again, but it had already happened to us, and then so we're not looking at the right target. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be an accident that glyphosate is so chemically similar to an amino. Was it in a specific amino acid? I forget what it's similar to. Or
an analog to an amino acid.
Yeah, right.
It causes a residue on all the genetic material that gets processed.
Like
through
a
stuff.
mirror image of
fine film that layers itself over everything. It's really nefarious when you start to look into how divisive it is and what it does. It's everywhere. It's in everything. You know, and they designed it that way. And now for them to try to act like, oh, you know, we fucked up, it's an accident. No, wrong. Because they have so many other patents on so many other material and chemicals that are based off that science. And they couldn't have made those chemicals unless they knew that stuff in predisposition. You know, they had to own it years ago. You know, so for them to act like, oh, this is we didn't know. They knew. They've known forever. The glyphosates are in everything. Just like the the bisphenol A, the bigger chemical, were able to detect with older machines. Now they have nanoscopic machines, and the stuff they're discovering is off the chain.
Well, and what's really amazing about the BPA thing is when we found out that all the BPA substitutes were worse than BPA.
Yep. Yeah. Not only at a particular level, but in their saturation level. I mean, they have a less of a half-life, so they're breaking down faster in your system.
Yes.
You know? So and then they try to pass it off like, oh, well, look, they go away. They're not in the environment that much longer. But yet, when they break down twice as fast, they're 10 times more toxic to you. You know, and that's the one.
Twice as fast.
You know, it's just crazy. It's everywhere. There's no way to get around it nowadays. Those eugenicists, they turn themselves into geneticists, and now that's what we're experiencing right now. That's just the new euphemism now. You know, it's a laugh in the pan, just like it was back in the 40s. Oh, those geneticists or eugenicists going out and sterilizing all the retards. You know, they're doing the same thing with all the chemicals that they give us. It's the same way they did back then, but now they're geneticists instead of eugenicists. You know, it's the same thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Sickening, but it is.
Well, I do think that there, you know, I mean, I agree with you, Kenny, that we can't stop the bulk of humanity ending up being susceptible to this. Although we can always be the dots off the pattern that aren't sucked up into it. Okay, so on an individual basis, you might still find ways to avoid all this for most of your life. However, I do agree that the overall pattern, it's probably not that stoppable at this point, and in no small part because people are already too dumb to see it. You know, they won't change. But it does make you wonder that if they get what they want here and the bulk of humanity gets the full-blown aspect of all the stuff that's here and still coming, if, you know, even the elites themselves may have underestimated the effect of all of this, and they will end up regretting having done this. Because I see so much potential damage of so many of the basic systems of life on this planet that's coming out of all of this. You know, that can't be good for them either.
Oh no.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah, you know, as far as like the damage goes and everything, you know, it might be we're overwhelmed with the amount of their assault that's going on right now. I think that they're in full force, and it might be better just to withdraw just for a little bit, you know, a week or two, you know, gain your breath, gain your, you know, composure, and then come back strong. Because that's what I'm doing as far as, you know, I mean, last month I made $18 off my YouTube account. They don't even pay out unless you make $100, you know, and I'm only saying that to let everybody know, like, that it's across the board. I've talked to so many people in this, you know, the YouTube community, from game players, you know, to just vloggers and stuff that go around just do silly stuff. They're all experiencing the same thing. So let's just not get overwhelmed with, you know, the way that they are able to put their finger over the spigot and stuff like that, you know, because there's another song coming. We'll play another tune. You know, we ain't going nowhere. They ain't deleted our channels. We're still here. We'll figure something out.
You got that right. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I do exactly the same thing.
I don't know what else to do other than be myself. You know, and if they don't like that, well, you know, they're not my friend anyways. You know, so. Yeah, that's all I can say. Just don't get discouraged about it. Everybody is going through it. So don't look at the numbers no more. Just look at the message, you know, and just keep putting out the same message. That's what I'm putting out. That's what I'm going to do every day. You know, we talked about that German stuff where they talked about the measles, you know, not being a real virus. That's my next video. I'll put it out. I don't care who watches it. I'm putting it out. I hope they don't watch
awesome.
It. You know, put it. I don't care about the numbers no more.
Well, I was just going to say, I think that's one of the effects, is that this is making people very angry, and maybe it'll make them even more dedicated to the reasons they should have been here to begin with, is, you know, the issue itself. How dare they? Yeah.
No, this is a tsunami, and everybody needs to realize that. I know they come in waves, you know, but they stop. Eventually the waves stop coming, and we go back, you know, to what it was. And it's the people that are going to be left after the tsunami that counts, you know, and they will try to knock everybody off. Just discourage them. You know, some people, they threaten, Some people, they cut their stuff off. A financial terrorism. That's what they're doing now. It's the people that float to the surface after this are going to be the true, message barriers that help. We're all community here. We all are like-minded people that want the better for everybody else, not for ourselves. And all they really want is better for themselves.
Mhm.
So let's just stay strong, everyone.
Well, like they say, these kind of things actually make us stronger. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
There you go. I'm almost home. Same lady that was walking your dog this morning.
Hannah.
Oh. I'm going to talk about her shitty dog in a joking way.
Okay, I didn't catch what you just said, Kenny.
Oh, sorry. I was parking. I just got home.
Oh, okay.
Anybody see me? You can see me. Yeah. There's a lady walking her dog. She's the same lady that was walking your dog this morning when I left. So I was gonna rap like, "That's one shitty dog you got there."
Yeah, exactly.
I just fuck with her. But anyway, hey, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna smoke more pot and go to bed. So, everybody, it's been a joy talking to everybody. I haven't seen everybody in forever. So, thanks for everything. Stay strong, stay safe, and just keep being you. Okay, we're all in this together.
You too.
We'll get through it together.
Oh yeah, Kenny.
Later, my friend.
Good talking to you.
Yeah. Take
Great
care.
friends.
I should have jumped off a while ago instead of sitting here and ate on y'all.
That's okay.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna back out too.
Okie dokie. Thanks, y'all.
Be watching from the side over here.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think I might. Well, I didn't even plan to go on. I had a long day today. I was supposed to take a nap, so.
Oh, yeah, I had to go to the orthodontist and shit, and that was not fun.
I bet.
So,
I know what that's like.
yes. So anybody wants to join the link down below the YouTube. So feel free to jump in.
No, it isn't.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Anyway,
That's funny. Kenny's still there, though. Maybe he was.
it'll take a minute. It's because he's on a phone. It takes it a minute
Oh, okay.
to. Yeah, that's the way it does. I'm talking about them, Kenny. Not that computer. Bring it here and I'll see. She's having trouble. You gonna bring it here?
Hang on.
Anyway. Well, I missed the last bit of what y'all was talking about because I had to go do something. So, but,
Okay, yeah.
There it goes.
okay. Anyway, and then I had audio trouble coming back. Something happened with my headphones. And anyway. So, yeah, it'll take a minute with the mobiles. For some reason, it's weird, but it'll drop you like that in
Yeah.
the middle of the call.
Wow. Yeah, I have noticed that people using the phone apps have even more problems than anybody else with these Hangouts.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
I only use it like every now and then, and yeah, it's as soon as you go into the call, it says the call has ended, but it's it's still on. It's anyway.
Well, I mean, just talking about what Kenny was talking about before he left, though, I'm not I don't think they've won the day here at all. I mean, the people, let me put it this way. One thing I have noticed in the last couple of months is people I'm working with locally, they're picking up things real fast now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like I told you about my experiences there where I worked, and were people there that were living there in residence, whatever. They were like, you know, I don't believe that shit, you know, about the overpopulation and all this other stuff. And then I would come in with the, you know, about the what Rib was saying about how they're all together, you know, on it. You know, there ain't no real war going on.
Mm-hmm.
They just want you to think that. But like with everybody, you know, there's some you can get through to, and some you're just like, there's no way you're going to convince them. It's like beating your head against the brick wall. You know, I had that experience.
Yeah, here's the thing that I've been finding useful is when I'm dealing directly with folks in my community, I can, almost any one of them, I can find camaraderie with on at least one of these issues. And so as you form like particular campaigns, if keep them somewhat separate, okay, where that way you can get more people to work at least on correcting the vaccine issue or correcting the food growing issue or whatever. And I mean, you can be a part of all those projects because you understand all of them, but that way you open it up to many more people who are specific to maybe just one of them. And that's really the way to win this thing.
Or Mom.
Could you please delete that guy?
They're gone. Oh, Jesus.
That's because you got the Hangout link in the description.
I know.
Nothing phases me anymore.
Anyway. No shit. Oh, my God.
Anyway, I've been really happy with some of the progress just in the last month or two locally that I'm seeing.
Yes. That's good.
Yeah.
You know, like I was telling y'all before about the cancer thing, you know, these people were talking about, why is the cancer rate so high? And I'm like, think about all the GMOs and stuff like that they put in our food. You know, and they're like, yeah, you know, that does make sense because back then,
well, all these
before they started doing that shit.
Yeah, the one thing in common that all these things have is their ability to weaken the immune system, which then can lead to cancer. So it's we always creating cells that, you know, at different times in our life that could be potentially cancerous, but if you've got a strong immune system, it's no big deal. But all these things, the one thing they all have in common is they weaken the immune system. And that's why cancer does seem to be a common outgrowth of all of them.
Yes.
You maybe need to get ready. Okay.
Oh, they got rid of themselves. Hang on. Let me do something for they. Okay. All right. Hello?
Hello.
You still here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. I had to remove them from the chat box.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's why they did that. I don't troll.
Oh, and they wanted to get into the chat box.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to.
They were just disgusting.
Hang out. That's how they do it. So they just pop in and pop out, and then, you know, remove everybody. Okay. What were we talking about?
How we can still be successful with if we are very focused on how we do things. I think, you know, what part of the problem is a lot of times you get into the mentality that unless you can win the whole shebang, you can't win anything. And we got to quit thinking like that. We need to look at the small wins that we can make every day. We need to look at the process and not some ultimate goal. You know what I mean?
Like I said, little by little.
Yes.
You know, over time, you know, but there are some things we need to step up, though, like the vaccine thing.
But remember, it's we. I mean, it's humanity as a whole that needs.
Yes.
I mean, what any one person can do. I mean, why would we expect that one person can change the whole world? We wouldn't want one person to have that much
Exactly.
power anyway. So
Right.
again,
We all need to
look
work
at what you
together.
can do
Mhm.
as an individual. Yeah, as an individual, you can do a hell of a lot. Okay.
Yes.
And it's like that analogy. I remember my mother once telling me this. This was back in the several years ago when there was a real loss of a lot of jobs in the area, and a lot of people have been laid off. And I was also trying to replace a job at that time and was getting very frustrated. And and I remember her saying, you know what? When it comes to a job, all you have to do is find one employer that you like. Just remember that. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy as a whole or any of the rest. All you need to solve your problem is to find one that works for you. That's it.
Yeah.
And just focus on what you need to do to get that one thing. And you can kind of take that analogy and expand it to things that frustrate us here, where, oh, I can't change the whole world overnight. Okay, no, maybe you can't, but break it down into little steps, and you can achieve any one of those little steps.
You're live now.
Yeah, that helps to raise your focus on what you need to do. Yeah.
Yeah. It really does.
Oh, I thought we were off air.
No.
Oh, crap.
Not yet. It won't be long. Don't worry. It's been how long? 5:20 something.
Oh, that's why I jumped in. Well, no, it's fine. Go on. I just got confused.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, because that blue box was blocking the. I couldn't see.
Oh.
We were live. I'm glad I didn't see.
Yeah, man. You know.
God,
anyway. Yeah. I think, yeah, like you said, little by little, you know, you ain't gonna do it overnight, you know, and like it starts in your community.
Yes.
Butterfly, you know, type of thing. So, you know, you may not think that you've helped many people, but one day you might have somebody come up to you and say, hey, you know, I heard about this from such and such that you said.
And it changed my
you know,
life.
it really helped. Yeah, exactly. You just never know.
That's already happened to me a lot of times. So I really know from firsthand experience that is the way you have to look at it.
Right.
I mean, you don't always
similar happened this morning.
Yeah, of the effect of what you're able to do. In fact, many times you won't get direct feedback.
Right. Yes, and we all, you know, do different things in different areas, and you know, more than, you know what I'm trying to say there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know, that'll make, you know, may say, you know, a little bit about this one subject, and that makes them want to, you know, look into it more. That's what I do, you know, just tell them a little bit there to get them interested.
Well, that's the other thing is don't think like you're on a crusade and you have to dump somebody with everything at once. Give it to them in bite-sized pieces that they can chew up and swallow.
Right, exactly.
You know, I mean, really.
Exactly.
That's the way you learned it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if you'd have had everything dumped on you all at once 20 or 30 years ago, you'd be crazy. You'd have gone nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd go nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
You have to learn it piecemeal.
Yeah. Well,
but giving examples of, you know, damage in your family to point out makes it more to where the people will listen to it.
Yeah, those are the things that really launch you big steps when you see something happening to someone you love or care about. That is what can really, you know, make you take a gigantic leap forward on not only what you're willing to understand from what you learned in the past, but it's going to launch you into massive research to learn more. Yeah, because you're
you want to protect other people from the damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her stories have a
Definitely.
lot of emotion in it, so the people are going to remember it.
That's another thing that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have firsthand experience that touched your life that you can relate to.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it there, y'all. That was really, really good stuff there. You know, get people go out and research this stuff, like we said, and find out more, you know, on your own. You know, don't take our word for it. Look into it yourself. You'll find the same damn thing we did. Right.
Right.
The
If you suspect
stories.
something specific of a specific nature that's very damaging is going on, literally type that into Google and see what you get. You'll probably find
Yes.
articles that actually use those words where they have found something out, and then they'll link to papers, and then you can check out the papers and see if they're valid.
Yes. That's
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly right. Yes. So, but thank y'all for watching. If anybody wants to join after, you know, the link is below still, so we'll be here. So, before if you want to come in later on, that's, yeah, you know that. But thank y'all for watching. Peace, much love, and help each other. So, see ya.
Take care, everybody.